In this film, East meets West. It's the traditional paired with the modern.
It's just fun because it's all fantasy and you get to wear cool things.
It's ass-kicking broads with awesome bodies. It's the best of both worlds.
I'm a big gamer, and I actually like DOA very much as a game, but I didn't really see a way of turning it into a film until we came up with this story, which is a kind of cross between Charlie's Angels and Enter the Dragon.
For the fans' sake, we're trying to make it as close as possible. You know, from costumes to the makeup to the way that we're fighting, we're trying to mimic the characters from the game.
Action, catch, turn, go!
I think it's really successful because it's women kicking butt. It's not just about the men. In Hollywood, we cast movies around the men. And this is the first film that I've ever been a part of that cast specifically around the women.
We cast them 3 to 4 months before we started shooting, so I had allocated a long time for them to train.
We trained 4 hours a day for the first 3 months before we actually got to China.
One more time. One more. Keep going. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
I can definitely say it was beneficial for me because otherwise I don't think I'd be walking right now.
3, 2, 1, go!
We did cardio training, weight training, martial arts training with all the different forms, sword fighting.
You have to eat healthy, you have to be hydrated, you have to have willpower because you're going to be pushed.
I learnt pain in places I didn't know existed and was crippled for about the first 3 weeks, but eventually worked through that. And it was very interesting watching strength changes and flexibility changes and things that I didn't know I could do and with practice now can do. So, you know, you feel good, you feel powerful afterwards.
When I first came to China, we all had a training session together, and I was really, really surprised. I got kind of worried that maybe I didn't practice enough because they were really good.
Jamie's the real deal. She really fights hard, you know. I mean, they all do. But I mean, I in particular think that Jamie's like, you know, she's really tough.
The producers and Corey had told me that the minute I walked in the room, I was Tina, and I guess that has to do a little bit with being a tomboy because Tina is the tomboy of the group.
I've had most of my scenes with Jamie, and she is a fighter, trained for the past 8 years as a boxer and as a kickboxer. You know, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when they see the end product. The girls are tough.
I've done Muay Thai since I was about 14, which is Thai kickboxing, so I was pretty interested in doing a fighting film at some stage of my career. But this is Kung Fu and it's completely different, and everything that I learnt through Muay Thai was now wrong. So it was interesting learning how big the differences are between each martial art. The rain fight with Sarah took nearly 2 weeks. That was a big one, and it was pretty cold most days, and it was difficult because the water would well up in the sand and we couldn't sort of walk normally, and a foot would get stuck when we went to kick someone in the head. So that was a tough one. We went through about 40 pairs of bikinis in the entire film. The bikinis and the slow motion boob wobble, they play a very large role in this feature.
How was that, Devon?
I don't know if it was that great for the guys whose heads I had to step on, but it was great for me. For this film, we're using a lot of wire work, doing stunts that, you know, aren't necessarily feasible in the real world, but look incredible on screen and sort of in the same vein as like Crouching Tiger.
Don't push it, don't push it. Just keep your body straight.
I did this crazy stunt, and it was such an adrenaline rush. You know, you literally fall so far And you have these, you know, these 5 guys that are holding your wires. So you're like, you're looking at them going, okay guys, are you ready?
3, 2, 1, go!
It's stuff you never could have thought up yourself and you never thought possible, but they'll put you on a wire and you'll do it.
I'd say the magic of martial arts would be the focus and the precision.
Go!
My fight on the hero stairs, it's, you know, 450 cement stairs that we're fighting on. I'm fighting 24 guards and geishas. I'm holding 2 15-pound samurai swords. So, gotta be on the ball for this fight.
We were up at the hero steps, and I had my first stunt sequence, and one of the stunt guys kicked me in the back twice. It's awesome. So cool.
I got your back, Helena! Ah!
I was like, okay, I guess that's how it's gonna go. Like, there's not, you know, we're not faking kicking here. We're actually kicking.
That hurt. That didn't feel good.
You know, what is particularly exciting about Dead or Alive is that you have these great action sequences, but with beautiful girls in this Asian exotic setting.
We're filming in this incredible movie city where the sets here are unbelievable, and I think we're using all that stuff. And so I think the finished product is going to be awesome.
It's pretty amazing that we are the first Western film to shoot here in Hangdian, being as so many amazing films have been done here. It's a totally different culture. It's a totally different experience from anywhere else that I've ever shot a film before.
So many movies today are very, very boring because they're like other movies. And one of the reasons for that is I think the locations are very familiar. So we decided to come here specifically to Hangdian, which is where they shot Hero, and had these incredible samurai castles, Chinese castles, and each one is a different environment, which is very much like the game. So we were able to shoot these beautiful Western fighters in these ancient Asian environments.
3, 2, 1, go!
The whole crew only speaks Chinese, except for the first AD and the second unit DP, so we have to have our translators with us all the time. But it's fun, you know?
Because it's fun, but don't forget, like, always but. Gotcha. Okay.
Everybody's really, you know, using charades. There's a lot of charades happening.
There will be a hand in frame you and pick up your head and then seeing you. Boom! Yes.
And then cut.
You know, usually when I travel to other countries, I try to learn the language. Italian and French and things like that, they're much easier to learn. This is a very difficult dialect to learn because of where the inflections lie and the words and things like that. I definitely understand it more than I speak it, especially Corey, our director. I understand him. Just you look in his eyes and you can kind of get what he's saying. And he gets so excited about it and he's so animated that you just kind of get it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2.
We have the director, Corey Yen. He comes from such a lineage of martial arts that when you graduate from his martial arts training, you take his last name, like a marriage. He also doubled Bruce Lee, for instance. So the fact that Bruce Lee would have to have a double and the fact that anybody could double Bruce Lee says how great he was.
He's choreographed scenes in X-Men and Lethal Weapon 4, No Retreat, No Surrender, The One, Hero, many notable films. So as a martial artist, I feel very privileged to be working with him.
Or maybe he should just hold my hand. Like
I said no, princess. And then you turn this one, and then you take this one, and then. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's do this like that.
He is the heart and soul of this project. He works tirelessly. He's a very gentle person. He's very caring. He's totally cares about the well-being of each and every one of us.
I've never had a problem understanding him. He works off of pictures, and you know exactly what he wants from everything.
Corey has storyboards drawn out to the T, and they're beautiful storyboards that honestly look like a comic book. They're paintings, I mean, they're gorgeous, and every shot is done exactly as drawn so that you know what you're gonna be doing. And he has it edited in his head already. He is a master at what he does, and we're all very lucky to be working with him, that's for sure.
Cut! One more time.
The stunts are just fantastic.
You'll never see girls kick ass like they do in this movie.
Not since Bruce Lee was alive have you seen martial arts like in this movie. It'll take your breath away.
Tell me about the diamonds.
Well, they're a girl's best friend, and they're forever. Would you hand me my bra, please? Do me up.
From international spies to elite assassins, the world's greatest warriors,
welcome to DOA,
have been brought together.
Fights can happen any place against anyone.
For the ultimate competition. Bring it on!
It's showtime!
Not now. I'm in my underwear.
Seems like you found yourself a special friend. We'll settle up tomorrow, sweetie.
But behind the competition, a secret technology is stealing their powers to create an unstoppable army.
If we're going to make it, we need to work together. Why don't we just split them up evenly?
DOA, Dead or Alive.